It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. We got a beer from Northern Monk Brewing Company, and it's a can of their Faith in Haze. It's a hazy IPA coming in at 6% ABV, part of their twist edition of beers, described as hazy, citrus and tropical. It's in a 440 milliliter can, brewed in the north with Brian Dixon. I do like Northern Monk. Extremely respectable brewery, I would say, in Leeds, based in Leeds, north of England, where, well, I'll tell you about this story in a bit, because I tell you what, I won't tell you about this story, I'll tell you about my journey, the beers that I've experienced with Northern Monk, and how they, every now and again, they don't mind having a bit of a joke and taking the mickey out of themselves a little bit and coming out with wacky beers. We'll talk about all of that in a moment, but I want to get to the... Oh, this one wasn't purchased in Morrison's. This might have been purchased. This has been purchased in ASDA, believe it or not. Yes, totally. This is from ASDA. Right, okay. £3 a can in ASDA. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. You don't see many beers from Northern Monk in ASDA. In fact, this might have been, it might be the first one that I'm about to try. From ASDA, certainly. So ASDA do a thing where they sell their beers at £3 a can, but they also, if you buy 4 cans, or if you buy 3 cans, you get the 4th free. So that means you're only paying something like £2.50, something like that, for if you get it on a 4 for 3 deal. So that's quite cheap, isn't it? So we got a 3-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation, hazy IPA, exactly what they've described. But you won't find this beer in any other supermarket. This has been tailor-made for ASDA. This has the very thoughts of that 4 for 3 deal in mind. It's been brewed with that in mind. It's been brewed with, how can we make a can of craft beer at 6% ABV, nice and hazy, as this is, how can we put it on the shelf for £2.50? Let's get the... It's looking very good. Certainly looks the part, doesn't it? Let's get the aroma then on the beer. And it's incredibly tropical. It's a bit of spicy pepperiness coming through. Lots of grapefruit, pineapple, passion fruit, mango. A little bit earthy, spicy from the hops. The aroma is very good. Very, very good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. That, for the money, is super. That is super. That's a super beer for the money. It's got all the hallmarks of a Northern Monk beer. It's pretty good for the price, you know. In fact, I'm going to go even further than saying it's pretty good. After a few sips of this beer, I'm going to say Stone the Crows. I'm going to say Stone the Crows. And I'm going to say Stone the Crows for this reason. I love all of these juicy, hazy, oaty, creamy mouthfeel IPAs, these New England IPAs. I really enjoy them. In fact, I love going to a bottle shop and picking up can or bottle shop these days and picking up a few cans, and I'll pay upwards of £5, £6, sometimes £7 a can for a can of beer, for a can of IPA. New England IPA. Love that kind of creaminess and whatnot. But I like to do that within the months of like April to early June, and then kind of pull back from that a little bit and then get back on that kind of bandwagon from September till kind of Christmas time. And then from over the Christmas months, I'll drink a lot of stouts and porters. But I like that creaminess in the beer, the oatiness in the beer that time of year, because it's adding a little bit of body. It's not boiling hot outside like it is today. But I'm getting to my point here. My point with this beer is that it's dialed back on the oats. It's dialed back on the lactose or the oats in the beer, and it's offering up the same Northern Monk beer, the same bottle shop beer, but without all of that kind of oaty creaminess. It's offering more of a refreshing, almost like you're drinking a lager. The mouthfeel of a lager. It's very light, it's very refreshing, it's very drinkable. Some people might describe the beer as being very thin for this style of beer. But actually, when it's 25 degrees out there, which it is right now, and we're not even at the height of the temperature of the day yet, this actually works really well. It's really refreshing, it's really juicy, but without that kind of oaty or that overly kind of oaty creaminess in it. So you get all your passion fruit, all your mango, all your grapefruit flavours coming through. But it's refreshing. It's really juicy and refreshing. Some people would say thin. Some people would say it's a thin beer. This time of year, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't want a mouthful of oats when it's 25 degrees out there. I might at 8 or 9 o'clock at night when it's cooled down a bit, but during the day when it's kind of 25, 30 degrees out there, I don't want a mouthful of oats. I really don't. I'll leave that for the winter time. I want something juicy and refreshing. I drink a lot of lager this time of year. This, although they cost cut it a little bit, Northern Monk here on the oats, to get that price point down to £2.50 in ASDA, over the next 3 months, over these hot months over the summer, this actually works in the beer's favour. That is spot on. That is absolutely terrific. Whenever I'm over Cardiff Bay ASDA, which is quite a lot, I could see myself, for £10, 4 for 6, hang on a minute, 4 for 3, so 4 for 3, £3 a can, that's 9, yeah, that's £3, I'm trying to do the maths here. It's 10, maths is terrible, £9, isn't it? £7.50. £7.50 for 4 cans. £7.50 for 4 cans because you're getting the fourth free. So for 15 quid, you got 8 beers. You can buy 8 of these. If my maths has just worked that out correctly, you You can buy 8 of these for 15 quid. If you're going to sit in the garden all day drinking fantastic 6% IPA, it's not a bad £15 spend, is it? It really isn't. I really like that. Its slight flaw is the fact that they've dialed down on the oat in the beer. It's a bit thin. But the summer months, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's a 9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.